We will go to the next topic. So this is important. So that is Python function. So from the beginning, I have given one clarity. The concept of function, the developer have taken, have borrowed from the C programming. C programming function concept, Python function concept is same. So we will know in detail what is a function. A function a function is a block of code to perform a specified task. So a function is a block of code to perform a specified task. Here there is a function definition. There is a function definition and there is a function call. So a function definition representing a task. So we will see how to define a function and how to call a function. The concept is saying when a function is calling, then the function definition is executing. Without a function call, a function definition cannot execute. This is the most important point. When we represent a task, for that we define a function. So when that function definition will execute, when we have to call that function. Practically, we will see how I will call a function, then a function definition is executing. A function may take arguments and returns a value. So that returning value is the output value. So here there is a return statement also that we will see explicitly. That return statement we can write. At the time of function call, at the time of function call, whatever we take arguments, so at the time of function call, whatever we take arguments is known as actual arguments, is known as actual arguments, and at the time of function definition, at the time of function definition, whatever we take arguments is known as formal arguments, is known as formal arguments. Here actual arguments equals formal arguments. A function definition is preceded by the keyword def. So when we define a function, so that function definition is preceded by a keyword def. So this is my some notes about a function. Okay, so you have to remember. So function is a block of code to perform a specified task, or we can say for representing a task, we have to define a function. Number of task is the number of function definition. Always you remember a function definition is representing a task. When a function definition is executing, when that function I will call. For example, suppose I will define a function. Yes, so this is our user defined function. Function name is completely user defined, whatever we can give. So two functions, built-in function and user defined function. So here our objective is to represent a task or whatever we have the problem statement. To resolve our problem statement, we have to define our user defined function. So here function name, so is show function. So any name parenthesis, so show is the function name. So already we have written a function definition preceded by the keyword def. Let I will write one output statement, hello world. So now this line is the function body. Okay. So now I will enter a backspace. That means I came out from the function. So this is the show function definition. This is the function definition. This is the function definition. Now I will run. Now I will run. So it is executing. So no output will come. You see, so no output came because the concept is saying a function definition will execute when a function we will call. Without a function call, a function definition cannot execute. So we have to call the function. You see, so this is function call. This is function call. And function call and function definition. So signature must be same. Here function name is so there is no argument. Here function name is so there is no argument. So this point also you remember at the time of function call and at the time of function definition, signature must be same. Now I will hit run. You see I got output hello world. So now we observed when a function is calling. So in this context, first control will come to this line to execute. So when a function will call, then control will go to the function definition part. This function definition will execute. Another example, suppose I will take. Suppose I want to find the area of a triangle. So that is a task. I want to find the area of a triangle. So if this is a task, so for representing this task, I will define a function. Let my function name is area triangle. Let whatever I can write. Then within brackets, whether I will take arguments or I will not take arguments, how I will know? You remember one point. If your problem statement, your task have some input requirements. Now we will do little bit analysis. Area of a triangle is 0.5 into base into height. So input base and height value, then one output value we will get. So if we have some input requirements, so number of input that we will specify within bracket as argument, base comma height. You remember. So here base and height considering as formal argument, because we have written at the time of function definition whatever we take the arguments, that is formal arguments. Now I will write my business logic. Let my output variable is a and 0.5 into base into height, and I will write one output statement, because without output statement output message cannot come to the picture. So it is mandatory that we have to write the output statement. I can write the area of triangle is in this way, comma, then the value of a. So now this is my function definition. This is my function definition. So this function definition representing a task, I will enter backspace. So I came out from the function. Function body is to line a equals to 0.5 into base into height and one output statement. Now when this function definition will execute, when this function I will call. So now function name is area triangle, and at the time of function definition, two argument, that is formal argument that I have taken, when I will call, so two value or two variable I will pass. Let it suppose 3.4 comma 5.6. So now this is called as function call. So now 3.4 and 5.6 is actual arguments, and this is formal arguments. So already we have written, so actual arguments equals formal arguments. Already we have written. So 3.4 equals to base, 5.6 equals to height, or we can say the value of base value is 3.4 and height value is 5.6. So when this line will execute, this is a function call, then control will go to the definition part where the function area triangle have defined. So when this line will execute, this portion will execute. So based on this output statement, so output will come to the picture that we will get. You see, now I will hit run. So I got the area of the triangle is 9.52. So in this way that we are observing when a function is calling, then function definition is executing. Maybe question may arise, sir, the value can we give at the runtime through the keyboard? Yes. So we can give the value at the runtime. Suppose same example I copied and I pasted here. Suppose I will write here B comma H. Then the value of B and H. So we have to, or we will give at the runtime through keyboard. So for that, so already we have known. So how I will write float input function I have to call. If my requirement is I will give the input value through the keyboard at the runtime. So input function I have to call. Enter base value. Similarly, I will write h equals to float input function, enter height value. So input function that already we have known, So why before input function I wrote float? Because input function is a such built-in function which treat every value as a string value by default, but I will give at the runtime a float value. So that's why target type I specified. So that's why this is called as casting in Python. Okay, so again I'm repeating, input function by default treat every value as string value. Which type of value that we will give at the runtime. So that type you have to specify explicitly. So that's why I specified float. This is called as casting. So now B and H, actual argument, base height, formal argument. In function context, actual argument equals to the formal argument. That means B value whatever I will take, so that is the base value, and whatever the value of H I will take, that will be the height value. Now you see I will hit run. So enter the base value, let 4.5, enter, enter the height value 6.7, enter, and you see the area of the triangle is 15 point this. So overall we observed a function definition representing a task, a function definition representing a task, and when a function is calling, then function definition is executing.